So this is the cause. And this is what happens when you leave your heated grips on the whole day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's 8:44. I haven't set that clock back yet, but it is 8:44. I've just been an hour and a half waiting for a recovery truck to come and recharge my battery because I left these babies on. I always try to make a conscious thought and to remember that I've left them on. And I forgot today. Great. Go on, my son. Yeah, so not fun waiting around, so make sure that's fucking switched off. So I'm back on the Z800, as you can see. And Jesus, what a difference. What a whole different level of commuting, I'd say, or pleasure, whatever you want to call it. Oh man, nothing beats an upright bike to commute. Do you know what? I love my R6, right? I love it to go out. I love it on track. I love it on going on ride outs with colleagues, friends, riding buddies, whatever you may call it. I love it. Nothing beats the adrenaline and, you know, the feel of a sports bike. A bit more aggressive. You're lean down. You're in a perfect position to go fast. That's what it's there for. That's not needless to say that I did get used to it commuting, because this one is in the repair shop. It was I had a punctured radiator. They repaired it, but you know, I used the R6 for a while just to lay the mileage off of this one. And you know, you get used to it. My back was fine with it after, riding position, all sorts of things. Oh wow, what the hell has happened here? Do you know what? I've always said it, and I'll say it again. This junction is a fucking nightmare. Jesus. You know, I got used to the bike. I got used to the R6 commuting. But, you know what? Commuting from A to B, fine. But if you've got to get to D, and then you're going to, you know, let's just say you're going to see a job or whatever, and then you're going to the next one, and then jumping onto the next one, it is such a ball ache. Just getting in the same riding position, just getting your stuff on, because you got your bag at the back, you got your weight, you know, and it does start to tire you out. It really does. And this one is just a dream. I haven't ridden it since August, and we're now in December, and I hadn't ridden this one since August. And oh man, it's just the maneuverability of it, even though it weighs more, the seating position, the you know, I can move around and look around, and if you do commute to work, there's literally nothing like an upright bike, man. Always wet around here. There you go. Now they're repairing it, and that's the cause. And now I would recommend this bike to anyone that's thinking about getting an upright bike. I don't care if it's for commuting or even just for fun. If you were to ask me, you know, on a day out riding with friends, would you rather take your R6 or Z800? You know what? I probably couldn't answer. It's whatever I felt like riding on the day. this thing just wants to go. I mean, in terms of power, it's just, oh man, the power low end between the first couple of gears, it's just unbelievable. I love it to bits. In terms of mods that I've done to this bike, I've done a few. So I've put some frame sliders in, which I will show you on the link description. I've put a tail light with integrated indicators. I have put these side mirrors. Do you know what? These mirrors are blinding. They're really good. I like them, right? I mean, you can't see much from it, but you can see enough. The R6 has still got the original mirrors. I tried to put some mirrors on it when I went to Switzerland. That balls it up. They come off. These ones, they work well. In terms of filtering between like small gaps, they're not that great because I have to have them out. I don't know if you can see, but they are quite. I mean, the length of the arm where the pivot point is. If it rotates back, it will hit my knuckles. I have put a new exhaust on it. I did have a Lextech exhaust, which was blinding. Down, thank you. Now it has a Toro exhaust because when I crashed, it had my Lextech exhaust. It sounds exactly the same. I think it's made in the same manufacturer. Sorry, in the same place. Just obviously different companies use the same factory to make various brands, I guess. The heated grips wasn't my mod. It was when I bought it, it already had them. I mean, one thing that does piss me off is that it's not connected to the ignition. It's connected to the battery, which is the reason why today happened. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're great, Oxford heated grips. I don't know if anyone out there has ever had the same experience, but they've become very loose. I'm not going to do that on my throttle grip because it will rev up the bike. But I don't know if you can see from here, it does twist on itself. And when I've got the heating on, they twist even more. So obviously, as the heat is actuated, obviously it softens the glue, I guess, or whatever's holding it, and it starts to spin on itself. So when I give it some throttle, it doesn't give me full power. So it starts to slip, and the internal part of the throttle actually probably doesn't grip well enough on the rubber. So I lose a little bit of power there, which is massively annoying, especially when I'm revving. You know, that should be revving more than it is, but look, it's slipping out. But man, you know what? It drinks quite a bit. At about, and this is figures based on what I see on the screen. I'm not making shit up. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But in terms of at 80 miles per gallon, it will do about 45. That's what's reading on the screen as I'm going. I commute every day, 80 miles roughly. I fill up every other day, I guess. So I'll fill up on Monday. I won't have to fill up until Wednesday morning. And then Friday, and then that'll take me back into Monday, and then, you know, the cycle again. Anyway, it's my preference. I'm just explaining why Z800 is my perfect commuting bike. Hello, mate.
Oh, so how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. Do you want me to take my helmet off?